together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Just me today as we have kind of a lighter card, much lighter card compared to what we had yesterday, which yesterday was a big card for me, and it was a good card for me. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Let me get up the there we go. Yesterday, for the recap, NBA was not great. I kind of pressed probably a little bit too much trying to get to the black in the NBA, and I went back negative 2.1 units there. Started off okay. Charlotte plus 10.5 was a winner. Washington plus 8.5 was an outright winner. Brooklyn plus 5. I believe they had a lead for a while, or at least they had a lead at halftime, and they were kept keeping it close and then fell apart late. Philly had a lead for a while, I believe, as well. They had a 7-point lead heading in halftime, and then they just didn't show up in the second half. That was annoying there. And then for the late games in the NBA, the Clippers came through for me there. They won in overtime against the Golden State Warriors. The double up on the Nuggets was easy. They win the first half by 13. They win the full game by 15. Nice double up winner there. The Nuggets will be playing the Clippers in the first round. The Sacramento Kings did not get the job done. They win by 11 at the minus 15.5. Terrible call on the Mavericks. They lose by 35. That was pretty bad. New Orleans came back, made it close, but they did not cover the plus 13. They lose by 15. The double up on the Minnesota Timberwolves was not good. You would think that against a team that had nothing to play for and they had everything to play for, maybe they step up. No, they were just trying to get in and out of there with a win, and that was it, which was annoying there. So that was a double up loser. Portland minus 6, though, was a winner, and that was it for the NBA season. Not a good NBA year. Ended up finishing the year 243, 225, and 6, down 8.35 units in the NBA. Look forward to the playoffs starting. We have the play-in starting tomorrow, so we'll be talking about that on tomorrow's show. We're not going to be talking in the NBA today, which is awesome. In the NHL, started off poorly. The double ups on the overs struggled early. Islanders, Devils, first period over, full game over. The game finished 1-0, so obviously neither of those cashed. First period over 1.5 was a loser, Philadelphia, Ottawa, but the full game over was a winner there. And then we scroll down here. The double up on the Philly Boston one was no good. 1-0 at the end of the first, 4-1 at the end of the game. So the overs took a little bit of regression yesterday, which was I mean, they weren't going to cash at the clip they were going to that they were earlier. And then my sides kind of killed it towards the end here. The double up on the Toronto Maple Leafs. They win 4-1 over Carolina, plus 185. I thought that was a ridiculous number, and it was. We got the win there with the money line and the team total over. Columbus, like I said, if this was halfway through the season, that would have been an easy Capitals play. You just beat the Capitals 7-0 a day before. Now you play them again. Totally different situation though right now. As the Columbus Blue Jackets are still alive, they need some help from the Blackhawks tonight, but they're still alive right now. The double up on the Calgary Flames, making this thing a little bit more interesting in the Western Conference. First period puck line, full game puck line, winner. And then the triple up spot went 1 and 2. Lost with Anaheim, lost the first period over, but won the full game over. So I believe I went a complete swing and a miss on the first period overs, but the full game overs were meh yesterday there. MLB was where the day was awesome, and that's pretty light way to say it. A perfect 8-0 in the MLB yesterday. First 5 over 4.5, Baltimore and Toronto. Winner, team total over 3.5 for San Fran. Winner, Kansas City, Cleveland under 7.5. Winner, the first 5 under 3.5 with Boston, Chicago. Winner, the Minnesota Twins winner. Let's keep scrolling. Mets and Athletics under 9. The Mets scored 8 runs. It still won, though. 8-0 final. The Mets won that game. The Diamondbacks got the win, and then to complete the sweep on the day, the Texas-Seattle under 6.5. Got a little hairy in the beginning there. I believe it was 2-1 in the second inning, and the game ended up finishing 3-1. So it settled down, which was very nice to see. So overall, a very strong day for me yesterday, and hoping to continue that into today. We'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into today's card. Let's do that. Let's see. Here's the link for the MLB contest. Yeah, I said submit your MLB plays for the contest using the link above. If not, then the plays don't count. We do not care. Big day yesterday. 10-3. I got you for 9-4. Because the Nats -1 lost, the Guardians lost, the Braves first 5 lost, and the Dodgers lost. Let me know if you got those 4. If that it's, I got you at 9-4, not what do you call it? I got you at 9-4, not 10-3. All given out here for the public. What is? I don't know. Prove it. Okay, we're really starting that shit now. Okay. Garrett Crochet, 11 strikeouts. He had a no-hitter going into the 8th inning. That was really, really impressive watching him yesterday. Love my Cy Young picks right now. They are absolutely dominating. It's beautiful to see. Good shit. Yeah. Appreciate it. Prove it. Watch a rerun. Okay. Thanks, IceX. There you go. Okay, we're not playing this game. Let's get it today. Let's get it. Good luck, y'all. Well, what's good? Stop Gio. No problem. Always great. For the MLB, I took the Red Sox money line and Houck over 4.5 Ks. It's not bad luck. I hope you enjoy Garrett Crochet as a Boston fan. Yeah, he's awesome. Ducks loss hurt. Yeah, that was annoying. At least I got the over in that game. We'll do. No nap time. Yeah, no nap time. No NBA. Bulls making that 8 seed. You can get involved with the Bulls in their first game. What is the line for the Bulls in their first game? I think they're 1.5 point favorites against the Heat in that first game, if I remember right. Yeah, I'm seeing that. They're 1 point favorites, slight pick'ems against the Miami Heat in that first game. So yeah. No, Tim, not today. He's working today. He will be back tomorrow. In afternoon. Okay, where are we really? Okay. I'm getting ready to go to Las Vegas for the NHL playoffs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Morning. What's good, Fernando? What's good, Fernando? MLB recap. Yes. Let me grab that real quick. Let's see. There we go. See. Let's take a look at the standings. Hey, I'm in first place. 79, 69, 61, and 8, up 14.32 units. Lex Steele had an awesome day yesterday. He went 6-1, up 6.20 units. He's now up 5 units in second place. Neil up 3 units. Coin coming in yesterday, putting in 3 plays. Goes 3-1, up 2 units. 446 is scared, is up 1.45 units. Occupancy up 1 unit. John Boy down 0.32. Craig Wood down 1.83. Coyote making a little bit of a run after a strong 4.65 unit day. There you go. You're now at negative 2.96. Markel is 0-3. IceX 0-5. I know IceX is just taking stabs at big plus money, though. You will eventually hit a few and be just fine. The person playing in 4 plays under 446 is down 7 units. Tim is down 9. Nicholas Handy's down 16. Robert Carlson's down 17. And Untouchable is down 18. So things getting interesting here for the contest. It's been fun. It's been fun. Maybe Nick. No, stop it. LOL. Yep, Nick. LOL. Jack Reeves, Vesna Caliber. He's been great. Geez, no one's catching Nick. I mean, it's high volume though. It's high volume. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. 8-0. Yes, it was an awesome day in baseball, which surprises me because usually Sundays is when I get murdered in baseball. So to see an 8-0 thing there, that was crazy. Yeah. White Sox finally won a series. Hell yeah, love it. Ducks money line brutal. Yeah. Going to the game tomorrow versus the A's. That should hell yeah. There you go. Sabres get blown out, but Sabres team total over 2.5 cash. Yeah. Oh, look, a fake. Okay, you're not funny. Gotta act professional. Yep. Enjoy a 10-minute timeout. All right. Yeah, you're right. I bet Brewers first 5. That's what I meant, but I put Braves on my. Okay. I was just making sure I just wanted to make sure I had the right record for you. But yeah. Stop that childish game. Yeah. First 5 under and full game in the Brood game. All right. There you go. Yep. And the link to the contest is in the chat. So there we go. For those who want to participate, but we'll get it started here. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Washington Nationals. We have Paul Skeens, Brad Lord, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up with the Pirates at -180. It's now -205, -210 range. Line opened up at a 7 at -110. It's now 7 at -122. Move towards the over, which is interesting in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 97% of tickets, 97% of cash on the over. So the line is moving towards where the money is coming in. And then on the total on the side for this one, 73% of tickets and 73% of cash is on Paul Skeens and the Pirates. Not surprised there whatsoever. Brad Lord, he has 1 start under his belt. He went up against the Dodgers in his last start. He only went 3 innings. So this could be a bullpen game. He gave him no runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts though in that game. So he looked pretty good. That was an 8-2 win over the Dodgers in that last one there. Other than that, he's been mainly just a relief pitcher. On the flip side, we have Paul Skeens, who arguably is one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's not been the greatest so far, which not being the greatest for him is a 3.5 ERA so far this year. Granted, he has thrown 18 1/3 innings pitched. His last start, he struggled. We were all over that, taking St. Louis in that game. He gave 5 earned runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched. Before that, though, he threw 7 shutout innings against the Tampa Bay Rays on the road, where he had 3 hits and no walks. And then before that, against Miami, 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 5 1/3 there. Ultimately, I am one of those people. I'm one of those people, though, that I have no interest in laying this number with the Pirates, even with Skeens on the mound. Just pretty plain simple. I don't want the Pirates at this number. This is Washington, or it's no bet for me. But the line moving as much as it has to the Pittsburgh Pirates tells me that they probably take care of business in this game. But I am not laying this number with Paul Skeens, even with Paul Skeens. With the Pirates, they're just not a team I'm going to lay -200 with, or have to lay a run line with a 7 total with, which is not appealing to me whatsoever. So ultimately, this is a stay off spot. Maybe this is. Let me just take a look with this here. Maybe it's a small stab at a team total over for the Washington Nationals, which with the line moving towards the over, though, tells me that we could potentially see runs. Plus, this bullpen behind the Pittsburgh Pirates is not the greatest. Let me refresh on the bullpen so we can get bullpen status for this one as well, and then also weather status in this game too, because I want to see if maybe we have a little bit of hitter-friendly weather. Wind is blowing out. There is around 55% chance of precipitation. It gets up to 73 around 7 o'clock. So we could see a little bit of a rain delay. That would make things interesting. That would make things really interesting. If we get a little bit of a rain delay, and maybe Washington is the look. And I'm buffing. Good. There we go. Maybe Washington is the look in this game. It's a small lean towards them. Maybe a team total over, something along those lines. It's 2.5 minus 120. You give me a team total that low, I'm kind of interested. This line has moved towards the over. I know it's scary fading Paul Skeens, but I think at this line there's value in the Nationals. So maybe I do start my card with the Nationals team total over in this game, going up against Paul Skeens. But Paul Skeens, is he going to have 2 bad starts in a row? It's enough for me to stay off. It'd just be a small lean towards Nationals team total over 2.5 in this game, which I think is a little bit too low. I want to see what that first 5 team total is, because I want to see real quick. First half team total, Washington 1.5, heavily juiced towards the under. So kind of interesting there. Maybe they can get 2 runs early, but not a game I'm getting involved with. Yeah. You had it right. Stupid names, so close. All good. Nick, keep up the good work. That's what happens when you're on that grind nonstop. Yeah, love. I did a lot of research over the offseason for baseball, so I felt like I was ready coming into this season as well. Pass. No, not the lag. Damn, I'm sorry. First 5 over 3.5. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Natural pass. Do I go ahead and take a team total over for the Washington Nationals? Their offense was not bad against the Marlins. 4 runs against the 4, 6, 7, and then previous to that 5, 8, 6, 5, 4, 4. Yeah, I'm going to take this team total over. There's one thing I said with the Nationals heading into this year is if you want them, you just take team total overs for them. And when I'm getting a team total over at 2.5, it's 2.5 minus 120 over on Bet365. I'm going to pull the trigger on that. Screw it. Nationals team total over to get my day started. I don't trust them pitching wise, but I trust them hitting wise in this one here. So that's where I'll get my card started here. Nationals team total over 2.5. I talked myself into it. We'll keep it going. Who's the Minnesota Wild going to play in the first round of the playoffs? If they get the top wild card seed, it'll be Vegas. If they get the second wild card spot, it'll be Winnipeg. I think they're live against Winnipeg. Does this game stay under 2 shitty teams? I don't know. I do not know. Do not know. Not have been hitting. No, Nats have been hitting. Yes, they have been. Baseball is really – yes, it always has been. And that's why over the offseason I couldn't wait for baseball to start again. It's my sport. I love it. Supness, what's good, Lex? Nats money line. Yeah, I would look towards taking a shot with them at the big dog price tag. Nats now highest bullpen area. Yeah. So, yeah, if you like the Nats, it's either team total over or first 5. That's it. No other ones there. Josh Bell apparently was also the other team on the other, also the other team. So might be a revenge spot. Fair. Shitty teams does not always mean under. Yes, exactly. We'll move on though. The Philadelphia Phillies taking on the San Francisco Giants. The Phillies are minus 115 favorites with a total of 8.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this game here, where we have Logan Roop taking on Taijuan Walker. Line opened up at the Phillies as a minus 135 favorite. It immediately dropped, and actually it reopened up 2 hours after the opening line at minus 125. It's now down to a 113. Tells me the Giants are probably the play in this game right off the rip. And then line opened up at a 9, juice towards the under, got down to an 8.5, back up to a 9, and it's moved towards the over since the opening line. Taking a look at the cash flow, 71% of tickets, 71% of cash is on the over in this game. And then we have 62% of tickets and 57% of cash on the Phillies, and the line's moving towards the Giants. Tells me the Giants are absolutely the side in this game. Now the question is, do we want this team total over? Do we want a money line in this spot? Or like how do we want to approach this spot for the San Francisco Giants? Logan Roop on the side of the Giants here had a really nice start in this last one against Cincinnati. Gave up 1 earned run on 7 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched. The previous one, 3 earned runs on 4 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 4 innings pitched. He's a funky righty. I remember watching him last year. I had an under in a game. I want to say it was San Fran and Arizona, I want to say. And And that was a game where Snell had a terrible first inning and they pulled him after 1 inning. And I was really relying on Snell to go at least 5 for my under. And then this Logan Roop came in and he absolutely shoved. And ever since then, like, I've been kind of a fan of Logan Roop. And if he continues pitching the way it is, he's somebody on the outside looking on my on my rotation. He's somebody I really like. I like the way he pitches. He's like a funky righty, which you don't see funky righties often. You see more funky lefties. On the flip side, we have Taijuan Walker, who I backed an under in his last start. He's pitched multiple games. He pitched against the Braves in his last start. I don't have the numbers on it that here for whatever reason. They're not showing me his stats. He's made 2 starts though. He has yet to give up an earned run this year. In 10 2/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 8 hits given up. Taijuan Walker's actually been pretty good. So the next question is, so the question is that something that could be replicated, or is he somebody who's projected for some negative regression? I want to take a look here. I want to take a look if he's somebody where we are going to see some negative regression for him or not. Because I kind of want to understand what to expect from Taijuan Walker, whether or not he's just been massively overachieving and should be getting hit up, or if he's somebody where maybe he is a bet on pitcher for the time being. But that doesn't make sense because his line's moved towards the over. So that's definitely something I am curious about. Taijuan Walker, let's take a look at what his Baseball Savant's showing us. What is his expected ERA? Or do we have an expected ERA? His expected WOBA is a 3.44. Expected his WOBA is a 3.09. So he is, I think, overachieving a little bit. His expected batting average is 10 points higher than his actual batting average against. His expected slugging against is higher than than the actual slug against. So maybe he is somebody we can fade and be a little bit comfortable doing so. I want to take a look at the bullpen situation here in this one, where the Giants, they threw Hayden Birdsong yesterday for 20, Ryan Walker for 18, Tyler Rogers for 14. So it's a pretty rested bullpen ready to go. Philadelphia, where's the Phillies? There we go. There's the Phillies. They threw Hernandez for 15 and Strom for 19 yesterday. They really didn't use much bullpen yesterday in their game. The question is, whose bullpen do you like better? I really like this Giants bullpen, and maybe this is just full game money line with the Giants in this spot, and I take a stab with them here. Even money over on Bet365. I'm gonna take a shot here. Giants full game money line for me. So I have plays on the first 2 games on the card, but I think this is definitely a spot where everything kind of correlates for me. For what do you call it? For a bet on the San Francisco Giants. So yeah, so I'm gonna be on the Giants here in this one. Let's see. Not saying it's staying under for me, but the total is too low. That's fair. Okay, yeah, because Marlins versus Nats was flying overs, and I actually leaned under in that last game. Fair. Giants money line. Fuck Phillies. I agree with that statement. Giants money line. I asked why my balance is so high, and then saw Cubs won last night plus 220. Hell yeah, I'm glad I stayed off of that spot there because I was leaning towards the Dodgers on a run line, but I'm glad I stayed off of that one there because they've kind of been struggling a little bit. And spoiler, I will be against the Dodgers today because if you guys know, if all you gotta do is look at the line that the Dodgers are at today, and you'll know exactly why I'm not on why I'm against the Dodgers today. But yeah, San Fran money line. Markets and public always kind of disrespect. Yeah, they seem to be that weird team that nobody wants. Yeah. Fun fact, Soderblom beat the Habs earlier this season, so I don't really mind either Soder or Knight. Utah goaltender for tonight. On the other hand, it's a matter for the Blues game. Who starts? I'm going to take a wild guess. It's Karol Vejmelka, just because he's started the last 327 games for them. Philly run line, I'm on the opposite side there. LOL. See you guys. I'm not sitting here to get timed out. How about you just don't be a dick? I know that's a crazy concept, but you just don't be a dick. We're trying to keep the chat civil, and you coming here immediately trying to cause trouble. Oh, don't. I did not time you out. Tim did, but yeah. Have fun without me. Cool. I mean, you don't contribute anyway. The only thing you contribute is hate. So whatever. We don't care. 10 minutes is crazy. See ya. Yeah. I don't think many people are gonna miss you. So okay. Seeing Phillies at minus 120. Giants money line's a trap. How the hell is Giants money line a trap? Please elaborate. Elaborate. Why are the Giants a trap? The public's all over the Phillies. The line's moving towards the Giants. I'm trying to understand. Cool. That's why we don't need you. Up 25.6 units yesterday. Went kind of big on the Cubs, Giants, and first 5 Brewers. There you go. Put in the contest, Victor. Yes, put plays into the contest. That's nope, wrong one. That's the link to the live show for the what do you call it? Let's grab the link there for our friend Victory to put in plays so he can compete with us. Baseball plays, Victory, right there into that link. It's a free contest. You can win a t-shirt. Could it be possible the Cubs go all the way this year and win the World Series? They look really good off the start. Keep in mind, though, we're, 15 games in? No. I think they can make the playoffs. Yeah. Nats, 11.4 miles per hour wind blowing out to the stands, too, by the way. Yes. Yep. There you go. Blue Jays is another trap game. Braves money line, just like the Giants game. Please elaborate. Who's 446? I have no idea. Tell them. Yeah. Once again, there's the contest there. Show you are the best. Yes. I'm the same way. Who is 446? No idea. I'm going to join late and don't play. I'm not going to join late. Yeah, excuses. Honestly, it's just to have fun. Really, all it is I'm trying to create fun with the channel. Like it. What's the worst that can happen? You join a free contest, and you just spend 30 seconds each day putting in plays. I know that's an awful lot for some people, but oh well. Move on. New York Yankees and the Kansas City Royals. The Yankees are minus 135 favorite, total of 9 in this game. I believe the Yankees have the worst starting rotation ERA in baseball, which was stunning to see. This line opened up at a minus 120. It's now minus 134. It's now, and then it opened up 8.5 minus 110. It's now 8.5. It's now 9 and minus 109. Minus 108. Taking a look at the cash flow, 70% of tickets, 78% of cash on the over. Line's moving towards the over. Piques my interest in an over. 80% of tickets, 91% of cash on the Yankees in this one as well. If there's one thing the Yankees have been able to do this year, it's been hitting. Let's take a look at the matchup here in this one, where it's Carlos Carrasco on the side of the Yankees taking on Seth Lugo. Seth Lugo is somebody that I'm really iffy on at the moment. He had an awesome year last year, and he's been pretty good this year, I believe, so far. Let's take a look here. He's also had 3 home games, and now he gets to hit the road for the first time, and it's at Yankee Stadium. So he gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched in his first start of the year against Cleveland. Followed that up with 1 earned run on 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 innings, 2 strikeouts against the Orioles. Last game, 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 5 2/3 against the Twins. So this is a spot though that I think he's worth a fade in this spot here. And damn, am I really going to be on the first 3 games here? Carlos Carrasco is still not a pitcher I trust though. This line moving towards the Yankees, though, suggests and towards an over, with the public not extremely much on the over compared to other games, that does make me think we see runs in this game. Carrasco gave up 4 earned runs in his last start, 6 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 4 1/3 innings pitched. This Yankee rotation, especially after losing Stroman, and I know Stroman's not very good, but I think that he's better than whoever you're going to throw as a whatever spot. Like, Carlos Carrasco is making starts in the year 2025. That's poor. And this line moving towards the Yankees tells me the Yankees hit here. And I think that I would like to fade Seth Lugo in this spot without having to worry about what Carlos Carrasco does. And maybe this is full game over as well at 9 at -105, or it's 8.5 -135 on Bet3's ESPN Bet. I'll take the 9 and I'll push instead of laying $1.35 if I want to take the full game over. Is this a Yankee team total full game over? And I'm going to have action on the first 3 games of the day. Because this line, I would like to fade Lugo, and I also think Carrasco can get hit though too. At the very least, I'm going to be on this Yankees team total over 4.5 at -115. And I think I'm going to add. I am going to add the full game over as well. 9 -105. I'm going to double up on this game because everything kind of correlates for me in this spot. And I know after a really good day, you don't really want to force stuff too much, I guess. But I feel like I have a decent read right now, and I think everything correlates here for runs in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and grab both the Yankees team total over 4.5. That's -115. The full game over 9 here at -105 as well. What do people have to lose? I don't know. Royals money line, Yankees -1 at even money. All right. Seth Lugo is an underdog versus Cookie. Ha 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 ha. I think that tells you everything you need to know. I think Nick thinks Seth Lugo is good. No, I think he regresses. I don't know where you got that thought process, but I'm fading Lugo in this game. I took the Yankee team total over. I think he gets hit. So yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah, it's -115 for that team total over, tracking that now. In this one here. Yeah, no, I'm against them. When the Phillies are -110 and under -125, Phillies have an amazing record. When the line is under -125, look it up. Okay, good luck. I'm against you, and that's fair. And that's part of the fun is we're not going to sit here, hold hands, and sing Kumbaya. We are going to disagree, and that's part of the fun. Cody Bellinger home run, I could see that. You said Seth Lugo all the time last year. Yeah, he was having a really strong season. I thought he overachieved though. Here's the thing though. Both can be true. I think he overachieved, but he had a good year. Both can be true. And I think that's potentially giving us good numbers to fade him. Yeah. That's not a trap line, though? Yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah. Oh, I love Cole Reagans. Love Cole Reagans. I even though I have faded him a little bit as to start the year. But I was a fan. That was Cole Reagans last year that we kept typing up. But we'll move on. Boston Red Sox, Tampa Bay Rays, -125 for the Rays in this game, total of 8.5. The Red Sox coming in off of losing that series against the White Sox. That was a really bad look. And I think this is an ultimate test here for them because the Rays have not looked particularly great this year. They are 7-8 so far this season. This line opened up 120. It's now 125 for Tampa. Line opened up 8 -110. It's now 8 at -8.5 -117. So another move towards the over in this one here. 72% of the tickets and 65% of the cash on the over. And then we have 67% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Rays. The lines move slightly towards the Rays. Shane Baz on the mound for the Rays. We got the Wizard of Baz, who has had 2 starts so far this year against the Angels in his last start. 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 7 innings pitched. He went 6 innings against the Pirates, gave up no runs, but 7 hits, no walks, 10 punchies, though, in that game against the Pirates. On the flip side, in this game, it is Tanner Houck, who is coming in off of a very nice start in his last one. 6 2/3 of 1 earned run baseball, 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Previous to that, he was okay against the Orioles, 4 innings of 3-run baseball, not great. 5 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and then against the Rangers, 4 earned runs on 7 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 5 2/3. Houck does worry me a little bit when it comes to the Red Sox rotation because he's not what he was last year. And if the Red Sox want to compete, he needs to step up a little bit better. This is not a game I'm going to get involved with, though. I would lean towards taking a shot with maybe a small lean towards an over, maybe a raised team total over, something along those lines. But this is not a game that I plan on getting involved with. So this is a simple pass for me in this game with just a small lean towards Tampa. Tampa Bay Rays minus 118, good CLV. There you go. Tanner Houck over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 125. Yeah, I could see Houck pitching well in this game. We'll move on, though. We have the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Atlanta Braves. We have the Blue Jays. This is a pick'em, total of 9 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this one, where it is Grant Holmes versus Easton Lucas. So an interesting matchup here. Two pitchers that really were not part of the equation too much heading into this. Actually, Grant Holmes, I think, was. I apologize on that one there. Taking a look at the line history if I don't want to load. There we go. This line opened up with the Braves around, it looks like the opening line was come on, stop doing this. The opening line was plus 109. It reopened up at even money. It's now minus 110 Atlanta. So kind of a little bit of a line move towards the Braves. Line opened up in an 8.5, minus 120. It's up to a 9, so we do have a move towards the over here as well. Expecting Easton Lucas to get hit a little bit here, who has been really strong to start his major league career. Taking a look at the cash flow, 78% of tickets, 89% of cash on the Blue Jays in this game. The line's moving towards the Braves, which makes the Braves very, very enticing in this game. 58% of tickets, 58% of cash on the over. So another one where the public is not on the over in this one as much as usual. It's not that 98 there on this one here, which does give me a small lean towards an over in this game. I know I'm primarily an under a bit better in baseball, but this could be an over day. Grant Holmes in his last start went 4 innings against the Philadelphia Phillies. Gave up no runs on 3 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts in those 4 innings pitched. He's also faced the Dodgers and the Padres. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 4 innings against the Dodgers. He only went 1 inning against the Padres. On the flip side, Easton Lucas, who has been a nice little surprise. I believe he's won both his starts. He outdueled Garrett Crochet in his last start in Boston. He gave up no runs on 3 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and 5 1/3. He's gone 10 1/3 innings pitched, and he's yet to give up a run. And previous to that, he's just had very limited appearances between 23 and 24. And he was not very good in any of his locations last year. And all of a sudden, though, something has clicked for him in Toronto. Is this a spot, though, where he can regress a little bit? Which is the ultimate question mark for me. This is Braves or no bet for sure. The question is, do we want to get involved with an Atlanta Braves team that has really struggled on the road this year? Is the question. Pierce Johnson threw 26 yesterday. Enyel De Los Santos threw 12. Other than that, it's a pretty everybody else had a day off in the bullpen yesterday. The Blue Jays threw a bunch of guys. Flaherty has thrown back-to-back days. Hoffman went 24 pitches yesterday. Yimi Garcia threw 15. Sandlin threw 14. Little threw 5. There's a little bit of a taxed bullpen for Toronto. And is this just you take the Braves and you move on? Is this really just Braves money line and you move on? Because I do think the Braves have a better bullpen than the Blue Jays, and they have the bullpen advantage, and they have the rest advantage here. This line going from basically dog to favorite for Atlanta, I think is very telling. I'm going to take a shot at the Braves here in this spot at minus 115. I know that the Braves are kind of hard to trust right now, but I will take a bet with Atlanta in this game. I think that this is a game where, as high as I am on the Blue Jays, I think this is a bad spot in this one here. So for me, I'm going to be on the Atlanta Braves in this game at minus 115 in this spot. So I'm going to take a shot here with Atlanta. Good show. Going to work. Blue Jays game under 9.5. See you tomorrow. Good luck. Blue Jays money line. Braves money line. Royals think they have shot. You think Royals have a shot? No. I would take the Yankees -1 before I would take the Royals today. That would be just me though. I took the Yankees team total over. Another Fernando. This is what I've been saying too many times. When is there enough? What? What do you mean? We'll move on. New York Mets and the Minnesota Twins. The Twins are -110, -115 favorites in this game. Total of 8.5. We're seeing 8s now in this one here. Clay Holmes taking on Joe Ryan. Line opened up at a 115. Got all the way down to a 107. It's back to a 115 for Minnesota. Line opened up at an 8 -115. It's an 8 at even money. So move towards the under here as well. The under is a little bit of appealing in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 64% of tickets, 61% of the cash is on the over in this game. So not another one, not a very public over in this game here. 70% of tickets, 74% of cash on the Mets. This line's not moving, which does give me a little bit of pause. It feels like this could be a little bit of a twin spot in this game. Taking a look at the matchup here, we have Joe Ryan taking on Clay Holmes in this matchup here. Clay Holmes is coming in off of, I believe, his best start so far as a starter. He did give up 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, but struck out 10 and went 5 1/3. It was his first home start after 2 road starts against Miami and Houston. It's gonna be nice to see him face a team that they didn't play 100 times in spring training when Clay Holmes was learning to become a starter. Joe Ryan on the other side is coming in off of a masterclass where he went up against the Kansas City Royals and went 7 shutout innings, no hits, or no 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. He was awesome in that game. Gave up 4 earned runs against the Astros in 5 innings, but his first start of the year was 5 innings of 1-run baseball against the Cardinals. So Joe Ryan's been honestly pretty good this year. And this line moving towards the under does appeal a little bit to an under for me. And I like both these bullpens. Both these bullpens, I think, are really strong. Only Minter and Kranick threw yesterday for the Mets, so Buteau might be available. Diaz will be available after 2 days off. Garrett will be available after 2 days off. Stanek, Brazaban as the same. And Danny Young, too, should be available. On the flip side, for the Minnesota Twins, a little bit of bullpen use yesterday. Yohan Duran is now throwing back-to-back days. He threw 10 yesterday, 12 the day before. Griffin Jax threw 17. Cole Sands threw 17. Louis Varland threw 12. I think if you're looking Minnesota's way, I think you're looking early because the Mets have the bullpen advantage in this game. I think that's even though the Twins do have a really good bullpen, there's a chance that their top 2 – I think Griffin Jax can pitch today. I don't think Yohan Duran's throwing 3 days in a row. And so I think he's not available, which takes out your best reliever. I think there's arguments that Griffin Jackson can be declared the best bullpen arm in this pen for the Twins. But for all intents and purposes, your closer is probably not available today, which does give me a little bit of pause. If you're looking at the Twins, I would play first 5 or nothing, and I kind of lean under in this game as well. It would be a full game under potentially. I'd feel more comfortable with a full game under if Duran was available. So what is it? But I want the Mets bullpen involved if I want to take an under, which is under 8 at -115 on Bovada. This first 5 is a 4.5 -115 on Bet365. So I kind of do lean first 5 under, full game under, something along those lines. Maybe a Twins first 5, which is around -120 over on Bet365. I got to figure out if I'm getting involved with anything in this game. I don't think I am. It's just lean towards unders and the Twins early if I am betting this game. Let's see. Happy Joe Ryan Day. Yeah, he's basically saying okay. Twins money line. Yeah, we're invading. All right, there you go. You got it. We got a cash cow today. We do. No, if it's 180 to 280. Not just a -300. Is that called cash cow? No, it's the -300 fade. People are still hyping the Twins. LOL. I lean that way. Yeah. They are brutal with the -300s. Yeah. Yeah, that Dodger game. Yeah. Grab Twins, Mets under 8.5. Yeah. Means we are on the Rockies. You're goddamn right we're on the Rockies. You're goddamn right we are. I still have to bet it. And when it comes to -300 fades, I always wait till the show because I know the lines will move in my direction. Oh, the Twins. Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha. You have to win 73% of the times to win minus 320, which is why we fade the fuck out of it. But that's going to be the last game we talk about on the MLB card today. We'll move on, though. The Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Detroit Tigers. I saw minus 165 road favorites for the Tigers. I'm like, okay, Scooble's got to be pitching in. Yeah, he is. Total 7.5. Line opened up at 150, down to a 147. Got all the way up to a 165, but we've had some nice buyback on the Milwaukee Brewers in this game. Total opened up 7. It's now 7.5. It's Alexander versus Scooble, two lefties on the mound here in this one. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 71% of tickets and 86% of the cash is on Detroit, and the line is moving towards Milwaukee, which tells me Milwaukee's live to win this game. Is kind of where that's pointing, even though I've been fading Milwaukee the last couple of days with Arizona. And then as for the total, 80% of tickets and 76% of the cash is on the over. In this one here, we have Tariq Skubal, who is, for his standards, struggled so far through 16 2/3 innings pitched. He has a 3.78 ERA. In his last start, though, he was dominant. Went 6 shutout innings against the New York Yankees. Gave up no earned runs on 4 hits, no walks, and 6 strikeouts in that 5-0 win. We took the Tigers -1 in that game, and it was rather easy. And then on the flip side, we have Alexander, who is thrown to a 3 ERA. It is Tyler Alexander, a pitcher that feels like he's just been that consistent 4 ERA type of guy throughout his career. High 3s, low 4s, something along those lines. His last start, he went 3 2/3 against the Rockies, and that 17-2 win. 2 earned runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Previous to that, he had 5 2/3 innings of shutout baseball, where he gave up no hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts against the Twins. I remember against the Reds. So he's looked pretty good. Something tells me the Brewers are live in this game, and I do lean towards Milwaukee in this spot. Is it enough to get involved with the game? Probably not, but I would only look towards Milwaukee at this dog price. And this has the feel a little bit, not to the extent, but this has the feel of that Skeens start in the last his Skeens in his last start. It also has the same feel of when we faded DeGrom with with the Mariners, but we took overs in those games as well, which was 6.5s. So this is a 7.5, a little bit of our higher total, which I understand. It's Alexander's not somebody you're gonna have a 6.5 with. I lean Brewers in this game. That's the only way I can look in this spot would be Milwaukee, but it's not a game I'm betting. So another pass here for me. Small lean towards it. Brewers money line. Yeah. Man, put some respect on my Brewers. I am. I was leaning towards them. Yeah, Fern and my Twins. Yeah. First 5 under. Under first 5 Mets. Yeah, I can see that. Must be rough being a Twins fan. Nah, we're stacked and we play hard. Buxton's a beast. I think this Twins team at full potential is an elite baseball team, but we're just not seeing it. We'll move on though. The Houston Astros taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Did not think I'd see the Cardinals as favorites this year over the Astros, but here we are. Line open up with the Cardinals at +103. It's now -111. So we do have a move towards the St. Louis Cardinals. Line opened up in an 8.5 or 7.5 -110. It's now 7.5 +105. Move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow, where we have 42% of tickets and 75% of the cash on the Cardinals. So sharp money coming in on the Cardinals, fading Valdez in this spot here. 97% of tickets, 97% of the cash on the over in this one as well. Valdez has been iffy so far this season. And actually, he my bad. He's not been iffy. What am I talking about? He's had 1 bad start. He gave up 5 earned runs in 5 innings pitched against the Giants. Other than that, he dominated the Seattle Mariners to 6 innings of shutout baseball, 2 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. And he pitched well against the Mets to no earned runs over 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So he's pitched just fine. Framer Valdez, other than the 1 bad start. On the flip side, for the St. Louis Cardinals, it is who did I say it was? It was Sonny Gray. who in his last starts coming it off that game against Paul Skeens, where he got the win in that one there. Gave up 1 earned run across 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits. He's been good this year other than one iffy start. He got 5 earned runs on 5 hits, no walks, 9 strikeouts, though, in that 12-5 win over the LA Angels. So he was just somebody that was going out there throwing strikes, basically, and he got hit a little bit towards the end of that game, which is no big deal. They still won the game. This line tells me Cardinals. The question is, how do we bet it? And I think it's probably just Cardinals money line, right? Cardinals bullpen. Let's take a look at what they've done. Pretty rested. Phil Maton threw 11 yesterday. Jojo Romero threw 9, and Kyle Leahy threw 6. No Helsley yesterday. No Fernandez yesterday. Rodri Munoz had a day off. John King had a day off. So we have a pretty fresh, ready to go Cardinal bullpen after Sonny Gray probably goes out there and gives you 6. And then on the Astros side, they did use a little bit yesterday. Nothing crazy, though. Josh Hader threw 13. He'll be available. But Brian Abreu might be the only non-available arm because he threw 23 yesterday. Brian King also not available. He threw back-to-back. He threw 11 yesterday, 21 on Saturday. I think this is Cardinals money line. And I'm going to go ahead and grab them here in this spot. In this game, minus 110 over on Bet365. I think this line tells you everything you need to know in this spot. And I'll go ahead. I'll take a shot here. Minus 110 for the St. Louis Cardinals in this game to keep my card going. Let's take a look. Here we go. Head back to the chat, and then we will get into Cubs and Padres. Bang Bang Stro Gang. Astros money line. I like it, Robert. Gotta have faith in your team. They could make a good run down the rest. Yeah, still early. Still really, really early. I'm a fan of whoever's playing the Yankees. Hey, this is the comment of the day right here. I'm all for that. Under Sonny Gray throws home runs. Yeah, that's one issue that he does have. I believe he does have a home run issue, but he's somebody who I definitely trust on the Cardinals staff. But we'll move on. Second to last game on the card, and I've still got to lock in the play for the last game as well. But we have the San Diego Padres taking on the Chicago Cubs, minus 150 for the Padres, with a total of 7.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this game, where we have, where is it? Jameson Taillon versus Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease got hit up in his last game, but that was in Sacramento. This line opened up 160 down to 148, so we do move towards the Cubbies. Line opened up 7.5 minus 105. It's now 7.5 minus 104. The Cubbies are off of that Sunday night baseball game, and so are the Dodgers, who we'll talk about next game. 35% of tickets, 51% of the cash on the Cubs. So sharp money coming in on the Chicago Cubs in this game. Doesn't surprise me. They look really, really good right now, and this is a fun matchup because I believe we just saw this matchup in Chicago as well. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here in this spot, where it is Jameson Taillon, Dylan Cease. Cease does worry me a little bit for the Padres. He's somebody who I think could be, obviously we know can be good. It's just I gotta take a look here because I believe these two, they just faced each other too. He got lit up and smoked in his last game though, Dylan Cease, but he had 2 home games to start off his season, and then where he pitched okay. He went only 4 1/3, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits against the Braves, but then shut down the Guardians for only 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk in 6 1/3, striking out 7. And then he gives up 9 runs in 4 innings against the Athletics in his last game. This is a bounce back spot for him. On the flip side, I really don't trust Jameson Taillon. He was opposite of Patrick Corbin in his last start. 2 road starts though, and this is his 3rd road start. And he actually pitched decent in Oakland, all things considered. 2 earned runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, and 6 innings pitched. For a game in Oakland, you'll take that any day of the week, especially the way the offense is there. And then 6 earned runs on 9 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout and 4 1/3 against the Diamondbacks. Another road start for him. The Cubbies off of the Sunday Night Baseball game does give me a little pause. They used a lot of bullpen as well. Geraldine Merriweather's thrown back-to-back days. Caleb Thebar's thrown back-to-back days. Brad Keller threw 20. Porter Hodge threw 14. Ryan Presley threw 7. Ethan Roberts threw 13. So they used a decent amount of bullpen last night. That does give me a little bit concerned as well. On the flip side, the Padres, they didn't use any bullpen yesterday. I believe it was a complete game. Yeah, it was a complete game shutout for Michael King. They're coming in off of a sweep, or I believe they shut out their opponents 3 straight games. Ultimately, not a game I'm getting involved with. It would be a small lean towards the Cubs, but I don't like the way the Cubs bullpen sets up for this game. I don't like the travel. I don't like the Sunday Night Baseball spot and backing them on Monday. I don't like doing that either. But the way this market's moving, I can't get on the Padres either. So this makes for a pretty easy pass. Not everything does not correlate here. Cubs money line, Cubbies. Yeah, the Cubbies are definitely my lean, but we'll move on and let me go ahead and let's lock in these numbers real quick. Plus 255 first 5, plus 290 full game. We're on the Colorado Rockies. Let's talk about it. The Dodgers are minus 345. And I think when I find the time to make some merch, this will be the first thing I make merch for, especially with baseball season here. No team should be minus 300 in Major League Baseball, and I will continue to bet against every single one. Now, we are not. Let me preface this: we're not going to win every time. We are 0-2, down 2 units doing this so far, but I guarantee you, at the end of the season, this will be a profitable endeavor because we're going to get some minus 300s that lose outright, and we're going to make some money on those games. Because when we win those games, those are going to be 5-unit days. Those are going to be 5-unit games. Pretty simple. Because when you're getting plus 290 and plus 255, if they were to win, that's 5.45 units right there. And that makes up for 5 losses or 2.5 games. So that's something to keep in mind. Our average line for these will be crazy high because, well, we're fading monster favorites. Let's talk about it. Dustin May taking on Antonio Senzatella. Backing Senzatella scares me. It does. Line open up at a 300. It's now 317. It did get all the way up to a 345 over on Bet Online. And this line opened up 8.5 minus 120. It's now 8.5 minus 113. 94% tickets, 93% of the cash is on the over in this one, or is on the Dodgers in this game. 78% of the tickets, 81% of the cash is on the over. Taking a look at the bullpens here in this spot. Blake Trinan threw 20 last night. Vesia threw 21. Dreyer threw 9. Other than that, Scott will be available and Yates will be available. Bando will be available. So they've got some arms in their bullpen there. On the flip side, the Rockies, they're coming in off of getting, I believe, shut out 3 straight games. Only 2 pitchers threw yesterday. Jake Bird threw 38 pitches. Actually, Shavili threw 3. He'll be available today. And Victor Vodnik threw 19. So Anderson's available. Alexander's available. Holverson's available. Kinley's available. Peralta's available. Herget's available. Not saying they're any good, but they're available. It's a pretty considerably fresh bullpen, all things considered, for the Colorado Rockies in this game. Dustin May looks really excited to be on a pitcher's mound right now. He's obviously been through a lot to get back on the mound. Up against the Nationals his last start, they lost the game, but he only gave up 1 earned run. He gave up 3 earned runs, but only 1 of them were earned. 3 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, and 6 innings pitched. He's been strong this year. On the flip side, Senzatella finally got hit in his last game there. We faded him his last 2 starts against Philly, where he danced around trouble, giving up 10 hits, no walks, and no earned runs somehow in 5 1/3. And then against Milwaukee, it finally came back to him. 8 earned runs, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, 8 hits, 1 walk, and 4 1/3 innings pitched. Finally got hit. Does it scare me that he can get hit in this game? Absolutely. Are we supposed to be comfortable fading minus 300 favorites? Fuck no. Pretty simple. These are not games where you're going to be able to sit back and relax the entire game when we're betting these. But I promise you, and I will make posts on Twitter with this as well. I promise you that the minus 300 fade will be profitable at the end of the year. We're currently 0-2, down 2 units doing it. We put a unit on the first 5 and a unit on the first game. Minus 300 fades in effect for today. Give me the Colorado Rockies here. First 5 plus 255, full game plus 290 in this one. Over. Rockies money line, yes. Does Kershaw even play baseball anymore? Yes, he's making a rehab start Wednesday, I think. I think that's what I saw the report said, that Kershaw is going to be making a rehab start within the next few days. How many years in jail did Ohtani? I don't know. Morning, Nick. What's good, Untouchable? Parlay the Rockies. Hell, why not? You can get Rockies money line for home run prop odds on some of the bigger hitters. But that is the full MLB card. We have 6 games in the NHL to get involved with. I've already moved on 1, and this is not it, which I am going to be moving on a couple of these. I think 4 games are double up spots for me. I might have action on basically every game today. Let's get started. We have the Detroit Red Wings taking on the Dallas Stars. We have the Stars minus 125 road favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Now, we already know the Stars are they've already clinched this playoffs. They've already clinched what spot they're in. They are the 2 seed in the Central Division. Winnipeg, they're not passing Winnipeg. Winnipeg has clinched the President's Trophy, and they are not getting caught by the Colorado Avalanche. I believe the Avalanche, their next game, the Avalanche, their next game is game 1 of the playoffs, and the Dallas Stars still have 2 games to play. That's a weird scheduling conflict. That's weird scheduling right there. But definitely interesting. Flames have 2 games left. The Wild and the Blues have 1 game left. So it's going to come down to the stretch here. The last couple games, it's going to be interesting. The Detroit Red Wings are eliminated. They have nothing to play for. The Stars have nothing to play for. So you guys know exactly where we're going in this one here. Took a little bit of a hit yesterday, but we're not giving up quite yet on this. The first period over 1.5, the full game over 6. First period over 1.5, minus 120, full game over 6, minus 110. 2 teams with nothing to play for. We're doubling up on overs on a lot of these games because there's a few games with teams with nothing to play for. But yeah. See, 5 years. What do you mean 5 years? Okay. First minus 300 fade of the first minus 300 fade this year in baseball. No, we lost the first one. It was the Rockies in Philadelphia. We lost the first one, unfortunately. Bennett's back. Nice. Against Ginger Boy, Colorado first 5. Yeah, draw spot. I can see a draw in this game. 3-3, 4-4, something along those lines. Dodgers minus 2.5. I disagree. Oh, 5. Okay, 5 years. Oh, wow. That's insane. It is Soderblom. All right, most likely. All right. Red Wings money line. Stars are literally mailing it in. Yeah, that's why I'm taking overs in this game, because they don't care. Because here's the simple thing. 2 teams with nothing to play for, you bet overs. Why? Well, pretty simple. If you're about to go on vacation because the season's over, you don't really want to go on vacation with an injury. And if you're heading into the playoffs and the game means nothing, you absolutely don't want to go into the playoffs with an injury. So, yeah. Red Wings money line, lean Stars. All right. And yeah, 5 years. Yeah. But we will move on here. So, yeah, first period, full game overs there in that spot. We will move on to the next one, which will probably be the exact same thing. The Florida Panthers are taking on the New York Rangers. The Panthers are minus 160 favorites with a total of 5.5. We have the Rangers, who are mathematically eliminated. They become the 4th team in NHL history to win the President's Trophy and then followed up by missing the playoffs. It was awesome to see that. And then on the flip side, we have the Florida Panthers, who are currently 2 points behind the Tampa Bay Lightning with a game with no games in hand. So they can still pass the Lightning. So they absolutely have something to play for right now, the Florida Panthers. And they are starting to turn it on. I believe we backed the Panthers in the last start. So no, this isn't 2 teams with nothing to play for as well. Something to keep in mind there. And So that'll keep me off the first period full game unders. And maybe this is just Panthers have something to play for, the Rangers don't, and you play the Panthers -1. I want to take a look at what the Panthers lineup looks like, because maybe they're getting into playoff mode. Here in this spot, let me quickly grab what the Florida Panthers starting lineup looks like, because I believe they have some players out though. Because I believe I saw Marchand not playing. So then, if that's the case, this just may be a complete stay off. As well. Ekblad's still out. Kachuk is still out. Lindell's day-to-day. Luostarina's day-to-day. Marchand's day-to-day. Sam Misevich day-to-day. Okay, so they're resting a bunch of players as well. So I guess they're not really caring. But that's still, I mean, Barkov, Hagee, Brian Hart, Bennett, Rodriguez, Boquist, Strome, Asplund, Puljujarvi. Yeah, this is not a good team they're icing today. Kind of telling me that. I mean, Barkov is still playing, so that's good to see there. I think this is ultimately then a stay off spot. They do have. I mean, the Panthers do have something to play for. They could still pass Tampa Bay Lightning. Granted, they need Lightning to lose both games remaining on the season, which I need to take a look who the Panthers have remaining as well. But obviously, they're it looks like they could be mailing it in if this is the lineup that they're putting the ice today. Fair, and both teams have nothing to play for, but technically they do, because they are only 2 points behind the Lightning for the second seed for home ice advantage in the playoffs. But who knows? I guess it's just a small lean towards overs, and that's it. Not one I'm going to get involved with, because they might have something to play for. The Panthers this game. Let's head back to the chat. Then we'll head on to the next game. When is the playoffs in the NHL? Less than a week away. I believe the 19th. The 19th? Yeah. I don't normally do... Why is this not loading? I don't normally do totals. I don't normally bet totals on first period in hockey, but I'm looking at Montreal and Vancouver. Is this not loading? There we go. Panthers puck line. Why is this not loading? Panthers team total over. Florida puck line. So it looks like, yeah. Cats money line, Preds money line. All right. Cats -1.5, Preds money line. Cats and reg, Preds and reg. Cats puck line, Preds and reg. Interesting. And these two teams, the Lightning get the Rangers the last game, so they would need to. So the Panthers would need to win this game against the Rangers. The Lightning get the Panthers tomorrow, and the Lightning get the Rangers on the last day of the regular season. Florida would need to win both those games in order to have any type of shot. That would put them up to 102, and they would need Tampa Bay to lose in regulation against them and against against the Rangers as well. So maybe they can get the 2 seed, but yeah. Over 5.5. Yeah. Yeah, but Barkov is playing. Fair. They have each other tomorrow. Yeah, I just saw that. Habs and Reg. Habs race to 4. Not a bad look. Rangers won't give a shit. They're a toxic mess. Yeah. 19th, this Saturday is the playoffs. Love it. Love it. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. There's not much better than playoff hockey. There's not much better than playoff hockey. The coach doesn't even talk to them. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's tough to really trust them right now. Do you like the Bulls today? I would look more towards them tomorrow because they play tomorrow. There's no NBA today. Montreal -1.5, 4-2 final. Soderblom potentially a net. Fair. Not going zigzag for Utah Hockey Club Nashville and in the under. I will be on the over in that game. I will be on the over. Interesting. It's two teams that have nothing to play for. This is a team that has something to play for. The Montreal Canadiens, they're -270 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Montreal obviously have something to play for. They are trying to lock up their playoffs in this game. -280 favorites. Obviously, they're at home. They're against Chicago. They should take care of business in this game and clinch the playoff spot. They need a win of any way, shape, or form. That is all they need. Because currently, it's between them and Columbus for the last spot. They have a 3-point lead over Columbus with no games in hand. The most Columbus can do is get to 89 points. And I believe a singular point from the Montreal Canadiens would clinch them a playoff spot. So maybe a draw in this game as well, if you're interested in that. The question is, does Montreal cover a puck line? They've lost their last 2 games, but they get a Chicago team that is coming in off of a shootout long last game against Winnipeg. We saw similar to this a couple years ago, where the Blackhawks were big favorites against a team fighting for a wild card spot and beat the Pittsburgh Penguins, which basically allowed the Islanders to get into the playoffs. And I can see something similar. And we've seen Montreal struggle in first periods. I think I saw a stat they're 0-7-7 the last 14 first periods. They've not led at the end of a first period. So maybe this is a first period plus a half for the Chicago Blackhawks. My first thought was, yeah, this is probably a game Montreal covers a puck line and wins and goes to the playoffs. Can we really trust them to do that though right now at this number? And first period, never mind. First period plus a half is -130 for the Blackhawks in this one here. What is first period team total for Chicago? Just score a goal in the first period is -120. For the full game, their team total is 2.5 at plus money. I do lean towards overs on that sense. And I kind of do lean Canadiens full game. If you want the Canadiens, I think you'll have a chance to live bet them. Their puck line is -110. I feel like this is a very similar spot to Calgary last night. The big favorite that could be a little untrustworthy, but we bet them anyway. It's Montreal puck line or no bet, and I think ultimately it's no bet for me. Just at the number, it's not worth it for me to go ahead and take a shot with it. But yeah, it's just a small lean towards Montreal puck line, or it'd be leans towards first period with Chicago, full game with Montreal. Remember, Untouchable is a Blues fan, so that's fair. He wants them to win and go under. Thread the needle play. Chicago first period and Montreal full game. There you go. Ivan Demidov, NHL debut. I saw that. Montreal Canadiens puck line. Or Hawks money line and Oilers money line. Hawks and reg. Oilers and reg. Ooh. Hawks eliminate the Canadiens and reg tonight. Well, it wouldn't be eliminate because they would need the Canadiens would need Columbus to win the last 2 games of their season in order to feel any type of threat. Columbus has the Flyers tomorrow, and they have the Islanders on Thursday. So that's the thing is, do you trust with Montreal? They play tonight against the Blackhawks, and then their final game of the year is on Wednesday against Carolina. So we'll see. If Nashville didn't beat the Utah Hockey Club in overtime last week, I'd say Nashville money line because Utah Hockey Club. Looking ahead to St. Louis tomorrow, but they're eliminated, so Utah Hockey Club, fair. This is not the normal Blackhawks. They are low-key stacked with all the new prospects. Yeah. Let's quickly take a look at that lineup. We have time. Let's quickly look at what the Chicago Blackhawks are are putting on the ice today. For today's game here, because I'm kind of interested. Maybe this is a shot with Chicago. First period for me. Bedard with Mikheyev and Oliver Moore on the top line. Frank Nazar with Tyler Bertuzzi, Tuva Teravainen. Foligno with Kurashev and Donato. Valeno with Kane and Slaggert. Yeah, okay. Maybe this is a first period money line shot with Chicago in this game, and we take the money line for this first period at plus. Let me make sure this is correct, because let me go over to this book, make sure it's correct before I punch it in at plus 182 on FanDuel, if not plus 180 on DraftKings. I'm going to take the first period money line with the Blackhawks here in this one. Let's see. In this one here. It's plus 235 full game, but I want first period. So let me quickly find first period here and make sure it is the same price, because sometimes bets lies to me. First period money line plus 182. Boom. I'm going to lock that in real quick. Chicago Blackhawks, first period money line plus 182. Chicago Blackhawks, first period money line plus 182. Grabbed Habs minus 1.5 last night. Fair. And if the Blackhawks win the first period, I'm interested in live betting the over, or live betting the money line for Montreal. Sam Rinzel, Oliver Moore, Frank Nazar, Landon Saggert, Colton Dock, Lev Shenov, and Spencer Knight. All right. Panthers minus 1 worth it. They came back. They left and came back to the show. I would lean that way. I do lean that way if you're looking at there, but not a game I bet. Draw spot. I think you probably find a live draw spot there. Cards flip to a favorite. Love to hear that. Are we on Tigers run line? We are not. I lean towards the Brewers in that game, but it was a pass. Man, it's tough. LOL. I want CBJ in and the Habs out. That's fair. Wild or Blues have to be sacrificed in order for the Flames to get in. Hopefully, it's the Wild, because I really, really need that 11-1 ticket, because that will salvage a little bit of my futures that were terrible this year in hockey. Any quick insight on Brad Lord? He's a bullpen pitcher that'll give you a couple innings. He threw 3 shutout innings in his last appearance. Not somebody that I'm going out of my way to back, but not somebody I'm going out of my way to fade. Habs have one more game after the Blackhawks. They need 2 points. CBJ can get to 89 points. Yes. Montreal needs 4 points, and Montreal would need to get nothing, and the Blue Jackets would need to get all 4 in order for the Columbus Blue Jackets to make the playoffs. Thanks for the show as always, ESP. Yep. And if you like the Chicago Blackhawks in this game to win outright, I would bet Columbus now. If you think Chicago pulls off the upset, then I would go ahead and I would bet Columbus now for tomorrow. Sacrifice the mile. Don't worry, they have the wolf pups in basketball. Yeah, they're fine. All right, let's move on. This one's a pretty obvious play. 2 teams with nothing to play for, which I will be on the last 3 games, by the way, because I've already moved on a side in the next game we'll talk about. This is a game I really don't have too much of an interest on a side. It's more just the total for me. In this one here, we have the Nashville Predators and the Utah Hockey Club, 2 teams with nothing to play for. These 2 teams also just played each other. It was an overtime game. I believe it was 4-3. 4-3 in that game. And it was the Utah Hockey Club on top in that one there. And looking at this spot here for me, It's pretty simple, and I've already just moved on these as well. It is two teams with nothing to play for, so we're backing overs in this spot. First period over 1.5 at -125, full game over 6 at -120. This is what I'll be doing for two teams that don't care, because you don't want if you're a team that doesn't care because you've already locked up what playoff spot you're in, you don't want to be injured heading into the playoffs. And vice versa, you don't want to be injured heading into the offseason, heading to vacation and stuff like that at the end of the year, which is just around the corner. So yes, I'm on the first period over, full game over here for this one as well. And I'm also going to be doing that for San Jose, Vancouver too. But yeah, first period over 1.5, full game over 6 here for me in this one. Wolf Pups, love it. Yep. Canadians have Canes next, which is not a gimme. He's not a gimme. Draw spot. Yeah, I can see a draw spot there. By the way, if Calgary makes the playoff, does Wolf get consideration for Calder? It seems it's all locked up for Hudson. He's going to get consideration. He's not going to win it. Brad Lord is nice. I'm so fucking nervous for tonight. Yeah, with that Canadian spot, I can see that. We'll move on. The Edmonton Oilers taking on the LA Kings. This is an interesting matchup here because there's still something to play for here in this matchup because the Edmonton Oilers are trying to catch the Kings. Now, the Oilers would need a lot of help because with the win tonight, they'd have one game remaining. If they win in regulation tonight, they'll be tied at 101 points. The Kings would still have 2 games remaining. The Oilers just the one. The Oilers are coming in on 3 straight wins. They're getting healthier, and I can see this as a game that they win. When we look at the LA Kings, they're 31-5-4 at Crypto.com Arena, but they're 15-9-5 on the road. So I have a feeling that that'll be a very home-dominated series, that the Oilers will steal a game in LA and win in 7. Something along those lines. That would be the kind of way I would cap this series. The Kings are coming in off of kind of a struggle win against the Avalanche, who are resting half their players in their last game. And the Oilers are coming in off of a 4-1 win against Winnipeg. They've won now 3 in a row. And they have McDavid back. They have Draisaitl back. I moved on the Oilers at -110 in this game. I think that they have a little bit more to play for in this game here. And they can tie the Kings with the win. Granted, the Kings would need to lose their last 2 games in regulation in order for them to really have a chance at not getting the 2 seed, which absolutely could happen. They go on the road against the Kraken. That's the iffy one. But then they play at home against the Flames. And the Flames can absolutely have something to play for in that game. And the Kings, who knows? So for this game here, I am on the Oilers in this one here. I got the Oilers at -110. I think there's value on them here in this spot. So yeah, go ahead. I'll take a shot here. Oilers -110 for me against the Kings. Loyal to the oil. Yep. And we'll move on to the final game on the card before we head on out. The San Jose Sharks and the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks are -300 is an absolute joke. But I understand why they're -300 because this is the second half of a back-to-back for the San Jose Sharks, who just played last night. Obviously, this is 2 teams that do not care. The Canucks are out. Thank you. We cashed the +170 there. I need to take a look at my futures and see how those are going right now for hockey, to kind of grade out some of the futures, because I know I still have some pending, but I have to see how those are doing, because I don't think this year was a good year for futures for me. And I desperately need that Blues 11-1 ticket to make the playoffs, even though I only put a half unit on it. That's 5.5 units. That would be really helpful going towards tracking or going towards my NHL futures there. But for me in this game, this one's pretty simple. It is first period over, full game over. I got the first period over 1.5. That is let me grab that real quick. That would be first period over 1.5 at -120, or -120, full game over 5.5, -120 as well. So it's just the double up on the overs in this one here. It's a lean towards the Sharks. There's absolutely no reason the Canucks should be -300 in this game, personally. but I'm not going to be betting the Sharks in this game. So stay off spot for me here. I believe this is the last home game for the Canucks. I believe the Canucks are at home on Wednesday against the Vegas Golden Knights to close out the year. Maybe you take a shot with them there, but it's just gonna be the overs in this game here. First period, full game over. Two teams that do not care. Yes. Yep. That was also my other angle that I forgot to mention. It's a short-term revenge spot as well. I really want Sharks money line. Yeah, I can see it. Maybe a Sharks team total over is worth a look as well. Over 6, Preds money line, Canucks team total over. Yeah, I can see the Canucks scoring some goals in this game as well. But that is everything for today's game. For today's games, if you guys have not already, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB, which is every single morning, anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. That's going to wrap it up for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck.